Danish design philosophy begins from a question that most design cultures never ask explicitly. What does this space need to do for the person inside it? Not how should it look to someone entering it for the first time? Not what impression should it make on a visitor, but what does the person who lives here need from this space? Specifically, regularly. On a cold Tuesday evening in November, when the sun set at 3:30 in the afternoon and the outside world has nothing to offer. This question produces design decisions that are fundamentally different from decisions made in service of appearance. The sofa is deep because deep sofas are more comfortable than shallow ones, not because depth looks better in photographs. The lamp is warm because warm light is physiologically more restful than cool light, not because warm light is currently fashionable. The blanket is heavy wool because heavy wool provides more comfort than lighter alternatives, not because wool is the correct material for a considered interior. Copenhagen designs for the person inside the home. Every other city, in its most honest moments, designs for the person looking in. Denmark receives less daylight per year than almost any other inhabited country on Earth. Copenhagen's winters offer approximately 7 hours of daylight at the solstice, and much of that is gray rather than golden, diffuse, low-angled light that barely penetrates beyond the window it enters through. Rather than fighting this condition, Danish interior design has spent centuries learning to work with it. And the result is the most sophisticated approach to artificial light in domestic design anywhere in the world. The principle is specific. Artificial light in a Danish home is never a substitute for natural light. It is a different quality of light entirely, warmer, more directional, more atmospheric, that the home is designed around as a primary material rather than as a practical necessity. This means that Danish homes are designed with their evening character in mind first, and their daytime character second. The positions of lamps, the temperature of bulbs, the specific warmth of each light source, all are determined by how the room will feel at 5 in the afternoon in January, when darkness has already fallen and the home must be the entire world for the person inside it. A home designed for its worst-case light condition is a home that is comfortable at every other hour as well. This is the Danish insight that every other city misses. Designed for darkness, and the light will take care of itself. The candle is not a decorative object in Danish domestic culture. It is a functional one, as fundamental to the Danish home as the kitchen or the heating system. Present not because it looks appealing in interior photographs, but because it does something specific that no electric light source, however warm and however well-positioned, fully replicates. The specific quality that candle light provides is flicker, the subtle, irregular movement of the flame that the brain processes as alive rather than mechanical. Research in environmental psychology has established that living light sources, fire, candles, the movement of sunlight through leaves, engage the nervous system differently from static sources, producing the specific quality of effortless attention that researchers call soft fascination, a gentle, undemanding engagement that rests the brain rather than stimulating it. Danish homes typically have candles lit from the first moment of darkness throughout the autumn and winter months. Not one candle as a styled accent, but multiple candles in multiple positions, creating points of living light throughout the room that the static warmth of electric lamps cannot replace. The Danish dinner table always has candles. The Danish living room always has candles. The Danish bathroom, in its best expressions, always has candles. Not as atmosphere, not as decoration, but as the specific quality of light that makes being inside a home feel fundamentally different from being anywhere else. Danish interior design applies a material hierarchy that reverses the priority of most other design traditions: physical comfort first, visual appearance second. This sounds obvious stated plainly. Of course, comfort should come before appearance. And yet it is a priority that the majority of interior design content, styling advice, and retail furniture marketing consistently inverts. In practice, the Danish material hierarchy means that every material chosen for a surface that the body encounters directly, the upholstery of the sofa, the texture of the rug underfoot, the fabric of the cushions, the weight of the blanket, is chosen first for how it feels and second for how it looks. The sofa upholstery is the specific wool or boucle that feels most comfortable against the skin of someone spending 3 hours on it on a winter evening, regardless of whether that fabric is currently fashionable. The rug is the heaviest wool available, chosen for the specific warmth it provides to bare feet in a cold apartment, regardless of whether heavier wool is visually denser than the current preference for flat weave. This material philosophy produces homes that feel immediately physically different from homes decorated according to visual criteria alone, because the body responds to tactile comfort before the eye has registered the aesthetic quality, and a body that is physically comfortable is a person who is at ease in a space before they have consciously evaluated it. The specific design challenge that has produced Copenhagen's mastery of domestic comfort is the creation of warmth, genuine, physical, atmospheric warmth, in spaces that receive minimal natural light for months at a time, and that must therefore generate their entire quality of comfort through interior means alone. The Danish solution to this challenge is layered and specific. Warm wall color, not the cool white of Scandinavian minimalism's most exported version, but the warm off-white that carries amber rather than blue in its undertone, so that the walls themselves seem to emit warmth when lit by the amber sources around them. Warm materials throughout, the amber grain of oak rather than the cooler pale of birch, the warm cream of undyed linen rather than the cooler brightness of bleached cotton, the specific honey tone of aged pine that absorbs and releases warmth in the way that white-painted surfaces never do, and the specific positioning of every warm light source to fall on a warm surface, so that the amber of the lamp catches the amber of the wood and the amber of the textile, and the room becomes a circuit of warmth that reinforces itself at every reflection. This is not a design technique. It is thermal engineering applied to domestic comfort, the deliberate construction of a warm environment for materials and light in a climate that provides neither naturally for months at a time. Danish furniture design has produced some of the most recognizable and most copied objects in the history of interior design. The Wegner chair, the Jacobsen egg, the Mogensen sofa, and the principle behind all of them is the same principle that Copenhagen applies to every furniture decision in every domestic space, regardless of budget or style. The principle is that furniture must be comfortable to use for the duration of its intended use. Not comfortable to sit in for 5 minutes in a showroom. Comfortable to sit in for 3 hours at a dinner table. Comfortable to work at for 6 hours at a desk. Comfortable to read in for 2 hours in an armchair. The specific ergonomic requirements of the activity the furniture supports, held in mind throughout the design process and tested against a specific duration rather than a single moment. This principle produces furniture that feels different from furniture designed for visual appeal. Deeper seats, higher backs, more considered proportions, and it produces rooms that feel different from rooms furnished for appearance, because bodies that are correctly supported for the activities they are performing are bodies that are at ease rather than tolerating. And ease is the quality that makes a room feel comfortable rather than merely furnished. The most significant single reason that Copenhagen makes the most comfortable homes in the world is also the simplest. Danish homes are designed for winter first and everything else second. This design priority, seemingly obvious in a country that experiences 5 months of cold, dark, short days, produces decisions that are invisible as decisions in summer, but that become the entire quality of the home in winter, when the home must be everything that the outside world is not. The heavy curtains that seem excessive in July are, in December, the specific barrier between the warmth of inside and the cold of outside that makes the inside feel genuinely protected. The deep sofa that seems oversized in warm months is, in the long evenings of November, the piece of furniture that makes staying home feel like the best possible choice rather than a reluctant accommodation to the weather. The candles that seem atmospheric in June are, in January, the specific quality of living warmth that gets someone through the last weeks before the light returns. A home designed for winter is a home that works at its hardest, most demanding moment. And a home that works at its hardest moment works beautifully at every other moment as well. Summer in a winter-designed home feels like abundance. Winter in a summer-designed home feels like survival. In Danish domestic culture, the dining table occupies a position of importance that is difficult to fully convey to people from cultures where the dining table is primarily a functional surface for eating. In Denmark, the dining table is the social and emotional center of the home, the place where the most important things happen, not just the most nutritional ones. This cultural priority expresses itself in specific design decisions that distinguish Danish dining spaces from those of every other country. The table is always sized for more people than currently live in the home, because the Danish dining table is for guests as much as for residents. And a table that cannot accommodate an impromptu invitation is a table that has misunderstood its purpose. The chairs are always comfortable enough for the kind of dinner that lasts 4 hours, because 4-hour dinners are not special occasions in Danish culture, but regular ones. And the lighting above the table is always a pendant hung low enough to create an intimate world beneath it. A specific zone of warmth and light that makes the people seated at the table the center of the room's attention regardless of what else the room contains. The Danish dining table is not furniture. It is infrastructure, the specific physical arrangement around which the most important quality of Danish domestic life is organized. No design tradition in the world uses textiles more deliberately than Danish interior design. And the deliberateness is not aesthetic but functional, rooted in a specific understanding of what textiles do for a space and for the people in it that goes well beyond their visual contribution. Danish textiles are heavy. Not heavy as a stylistic choice, but heavy because heavy textiles provide more acoustic softness, more thermal comfort, more physical weight against the body, and more visual warmth than lighter alternatives. And all 4 of these qualities contribute directly to the comfort that Danish homes prioritize above all other design values. The wool throw that is draped over the sofa is there not because a styled throw is currently fashionable, but because someone will use it tonight, and it is heavy enough to be genuinely warming rather than merely decorative. The Danish approach to textile layering follows the same logic. Multiple layers of different textures at different weights create more comfort than a single layer, however beautiful, because each layer contributes a different quality. The rug underfoot provides acoustic softness and thermal insulation. The sofa upholstery provides tactile comfort for the body at rest. The cushions provide positional support. The throw provides warmth on demand. Each layer is functional. Together, they create the specific physical environment that makes a Danish room feel like the most comfortable place in the world to spend an evening. Every design tradition in this series produces a version of comfort. Tokyo produces the comfort of calm. Paris produces the comfort of ease. New York produces the comfort of sophistication. London produces the comfort of belonging. Each is genuine. Each is the result of a specific cultural philosophy applied consistently over time. And each is, in its own way, incomplete. Copenhagen homes feel the way they do because they were designed for the people who actually live in them, in the conditions those people actually face, for the duration those people actually spend inside them. There is no audience. There is no performance. There is only the specific, considered, deeply human decision to make the inside of a home the best possible place to be, and the centuries of practice that have made the Danish very, very good at it. Subscribe for a new interior video, and tell us in the comments, which city in this series makes the home you would most want to live in, and why?